Now, by far, one of the most important things in a golf swing is having nice continued rotation through impact, because it controls the club face, it controls the path, and it will keep you moving at decent speed through the golf ball. But we know it's much easier said than done. But in this video, I'm going to show you one movement to do with the head going through the golf ball that will immediately get yourself rotating a little bit better through impact. So I'm Jonathan Chown with JChownGolf. Let's get right into it. So as we said on the intro there, probably one of the most important things in the golf swing is rotating freely through impact, because it will really give you good club face control, good path, good continued speed and not wasted speed at the golf ball. And as we said, there is one head movement you can do that really boosts your body's ability to rotate through impact. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit two swings here. One is the exact opposite to this head movement, which a lot of you out there will be trying to do, and the other is the good one. So let me hit two swings here, one bad swing and then one good one. So this one, I'm trying something pretty poor with my head. Yep, and now this one, I'm going to really try to do the exact opposite move, and you're going to see a big difference in my rotation. So what we're going to do, let's slow those swings down. The first one there, we can see how not much rotation was going on at all really there. It was a very arm dominant swing. I felt like my rotation was kind of anchored into the ground. I didn't really feel much at all. Now the second one, when we look at that, we're going to see how my rotation was a hell of a lot freer, wasn't it? It was really, I was turning through that ball really, really nicely, and it felt quite powerful. Really, what's the main difference? Probably all of you out there probably already seen it. My head movement was incredibly different. One, I was trying to keep my head down towards the ground, doing the typical keeping my head down, not trying to look down the target line until after the ball was gone. That's awful. But what we could see on the next one, we could see as soon as I was coming into that golf ball, my head was looking down that target line. So massive difference there, and you could see how there's a massive difference in level of rotation. That's where it's probably one of the most damaging bits of advice really that is given out there, is golfers saying you need to keep your eye down on the golf ball. We can't do that, because if we do that, rotation stops, then complete consistency stops. You can see on that second one, I was looking down the target line before I even hit the golf ball, and that ball was going down there. So we're going to see people like, for example, modern day Dustin Johnson with his short irons and his wedges. He will be getting down into impact, his head will start swiveling looking down the target line. Now of course, Duval, one of the best iron players of all time, you're going to see him as he's coming into impact, you're going to see his eyes swivel down to where he's looking down the target line before he gets there. And of course, probably the greatest female player of all time, Annika Sorenstam, same thing. We'll see her as she's coming down into impact, those eyes are looking straight down the target line. Now this is the exact same for Annika here. What she did for this drill, it was a drill to start off with. She did it as a drill to get our body to start rotating more through impact, because it controls all these nice things to hit good golf shots. So you can see from all these Hall of Fame players, Dustin Johnson will definitely be a Hall of Fame player when his career is finished. They're doing a really kind of standard bad thing in the golf swing, aren't they? They are doing what a lot of players are going, they're not keeping their head down. No. I feel like that's a very misinterpreted thing. Now, if I hit a shot here where it's been misinterpreted from, if I lift my head upwards, yeah, I'm going to hit a bad shot with my head going up like this. But if I do it, via keeping my eyes on the golf ball, which I hear on the driving range every single day, no rotation at all. Where as soon as I start to look down that target line, boom, I get more rotation. So how do I get more rotation doing that? Now it's quite simple. It's because when we're swinging in a golf swing, we're swinging at speed, aren't we? We're swinging at a decent speed. So if I then swivel my head to look down the target line before I hit that golf ball, you can see my chest is naturally going to open up doing that. Now if I've got good sequencing on my swing, my hips have already cleared and opened up, I'll put up a good card for clearing your hips. But if I've cleared my hips, my chest is behind it in its rotation like it should be. Now all I need to do is look down that target line and boom, I've got rotation without even trying. You can see I put another card there to a video about keeping that right arm bent through impact. Another important variable that will happen naturally there. So as we can see there, yes, there is some saying to keeping your head down, but it's up and down movement. Staying in posture is more of the word of that. You want to be staying in your posture and then rotate, but looking down the target line before you even hit the golf ball will only benefit you. That's not a bad thing at all. I don't want to see anyone, I see loads of golfers like that. It's just rubbish. It's not good at all. So how can we implement that into a drill? Real easy. All we do is hit some half shots here, and I want you to hit these half shots, and then I want you, and it's going to be Easy in theory, of course, that's golf swing in general, but hard in reality to get yourself to do it. And that will be to, as soon as we start that downswing, look down the target line. That's all I really want you to do from there. Is as soon as you feel like you're starting that downswing with a little half swing, look down that target line. You're going to see from me how I'm not even looking at the golf ball one bit as I'm hitting it. Again, remember, impact's just a moment in time. We're not physically trying to get into an impact position. We're just passing through it with good rotation here. So I'm just going to hit a swing and rotate through just like that, looking down the target line. And this is also a really good feel you could do with wedges. As I said, like Dustin Johnson being someone who does this, but he does it primarily with his short irons and wedges, just to give him that extra little bit of stability through that golf ball with his club face, because that will really control your path and club face nicely. And obviously we need to be as precise as possible with those clubs in our hand. So it makes more sense for even vast majority of all golfers to be doing this with their wedges. And trust me, if you're getting that better rotation through impact, it's going to transform your wedge game. So even if you just start off doing it with wedges, just hitting little wedge shots, looking down that target line as you're going through, you could start off from like 40-yard shots all the way up to like your pitching wedge, practicing it, and it will be extremely beneficial for you. So as we can see there, if we want to be rotating nicely through impact, like we said, all the benefits from it, we need to look down that target line to give us that little bit of extra help earlier. It's a really good move for you to do. If someone says keep your eyes down, just don't listen to them. Keeping your head down, think of that as staying in posture rather than actually physically trying to keep your head down the entire swing. It's just been misinterpreted, that saying. So if you like this video, guys, of course, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So if you want to be rotating nicely through the ball, get that head swiveling, look down that target line, and you'll be doing it.